Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video today. I want to talk about how to prepare for the future. As we see, we are living in the interesting times, and many people right now are talking about financial crises which are coming, and many people are talking about food crises that are coming, and we see like everything is about crisis right now. Everybody's talking about crisis. So often when we see things like that, we don't know how to respond. So most of us fall into a state of scarcity, like what will happen? And from the state of scarcity, people go into a shop and they buy all possible food and they leave behind, empty storages. So, out of fear, we can make many crazy, or we can do many crazy things. So, my friends, there's always a greater solution to everything. I see this as a great opportunity because in the past, many people started to forget about farmers because all the food is available in shops for lower prices. So now we see that people are finally getting back to the local farmers and they are buying food from them. To me, it's amazing because I can get a truly great quality of vegetables which I know that they've grown out of earth, out of the ground, out of the soil, under the sun. To me, it's amazing. I love to support local farmers. So, there's many chaos right now in many people's minds. And on the collective level, many of us can sense that stressful vibrational signal. So don't be stressed because of that. Because, of course, those are not easy times for many people. And we need to become aware that everything is always taken care of by the nature. But if we start forcing something to happen, we may plug ourselves from that flow of nature. So suddenly we find ourselves in a great state of misery. And we start forcing things even more and even more and even more. And we feel victims even more. And we start struggling and all of that. So the nature is always taking care of all of us. But we need to participate in the creation. Today I was meditating with the intention to find some answers or some information to share with you, like how to prepare to those times. And I received that beautiful quote: if you're not participating in the creation, you're supporting the destruction. So destruction may mean the end of humanity, or however we want to take it or understand it. But to participate in creation means that rather than reacting to what is happening, you learn to calm yourself down and connect back to solutions. Our mind is working truly interestingly. We can use it creatively or we can be a victim of it. We can use it on demand or it can use us on its demand. So, my friends, we can decide how we will look on life. And often people are influenced by all possible information around them, all possible happening around them, and therefore they don't know how to respond. There's so many things, like I don't know what to focus on. So those people feel lost. And because they are lost, they feel afraid. And because they are afraid, they don't know what to do. So their actions and behaviors are truly not good for them. And of course, there comes results because each action is causing a reaction and they receive results which are like the byproduct of their chaotic behaviors. And suddenly they see more reasons to be afraid and more reasons to be in that state of misery. So we need to find our inner peace so we can know better what to do, right? So there's always a solution to everything. There's always another way. Life is always bringing us another way, and we can decide which one we will step on. And all the paths are leading us eventually to the same finish line. But there is no end. The finish line is just the new beginning. So all paths are leading us to the same destination at the end. But it all depends of how we want to get there. Do we want to walk with ease? Do we want to walk with flow? Or do we want to constantly struggle? Because it's all about learning lessons. Life is all about learning lessons. As long as we are here on the earth, it's all about learning lessons. So what are we learning right now is how we are responding to what is happening. Do we allow our fear to distract us or even to destroy us? Or we allow ourselves to face with fears and see the light within them? That's the moment where we become alchemists, which are able to turn something negative into positive. That's what happens when you see, oh, crises are happening, but suddenly my neighbor, which happened to be farmer, started expanding his field so he can provide more food for community. And suddenly, again, I can support those people. Suddenly people started gathering together and exchanging information and knowledge and great wisdom, which is coming from generations through generations. Because, you know, in younger people's minds, young generations, many of them think that food is growing in grocery stores. And I don't know what is going on, but many people are losing that connection with nature. So we need to remind ourselves that we are the nature, and if we want to take care of ourselves, we firstly need to take care of the mother nature. Because it is not just our home, it's also who we are. Our bodies are made out of soil, out of dust, out of the earth materials. Our spirits are eternal, but in order to experience our light in physical forms, we need bodies, and bodies need certain things to survive. And we can survive lives in a beautiful way, in a beautiful expression and beautiful connection with other people. Or we can barely survive and we can fight with each other and we can constantly be in conflicts and we can eat that junk food and all of that. It's all a choice and we all have a free will. So we all can decide to participate in the creation, or we support the destruction. It's all our choice. So if you're wondering what it means to participate in creation, you know, many people are praying for the solutions. But what it truly means to participate in the creation, it means that you see a pile of bricks, you grab them and you build a house. You know, many people are praying for the solutions, but they can't see a pile of bricks. Therefore, they are not participating in the creation, and they still pray and wait that somebody will build their house. It's just an example, but you know, you can pray for the solution to, I don't know, to make more money so you can feel safer, or to build a greater health. You pray for the solution, but you've got the solution in a form of an idea or in a form of a certain person, which can help you with that project if you're able to organize your thoughts so you can focus your attention onto the solution, onto what you want to experience. Therefore, you will invest more of your energy with your actions to make it happen. And that's how you will start participating in the creation. To participate in creation also means that you're speaking your truth and you're sharing it with people around you. There's like all of us know something, and all of us have something to share, right? So my friends, we need to do a great paradigm shift when it comes to how we see ourselves as part of this world, how we see ourselves as an extension of the creation. Once we see ourselves as the extension of the creation, we recognize that all the sources are already within us, and we are supported by that great power which is giving life to everything. So whatever you will start doing, you're already supported, you already have everything, and when you will need something, it will be provided. Somehow, some way, it will come to you. That's how the universe works. Once you start walking your path purposefully and intentionally, you will be provided by everything you need to make it happen. And I'm talking about it from my personal experiences, because when I've started walking the path that I'm walking on, at the beginning it was not easy, because there was no results, there was no people which would support me. But eventually people came, and resources came, and support came. Month after month, things started changing. And I was receiving ideas what to do, and I've started, I always took action with that idea. I'm never procrastinating with those ideas, because I know they are coming from the source, and I am capable of manifesting them into reality, because that's how I can be in service. So I'm sharing my messages with you. I'm making these videos. It's not an easy job, every single day doing that, but I love to do that. I love to be in service. I love to do things through me. And we all can do it. That's my form of participating in creation. We all can participate. But you need to remember that it's a process. It's not a one-day thing. It's a process. That's how we are learning more of who we truly are. By every single day digging a bit deeper into ourselves, to recognize that actually we are all part of the creation, and each step we take is affecting on the creation. You see results around you and you start blaming somebody. But the thing is that you already have solutions to that moment, but you've been blinded by your judgments. You've been blinded by your negative perspectives and perceptions. So once we understand that we are all the solution, we recognize that there's 7.9 billion people on this planet. That's many different sources of truly unique ideas and solutions, right? If we all stand together and get our minds right, if we let ourselves to calm ourselves down, so we detach from the slower emotional states. Most people are not victims of circumstances, but victims of their emotional reaction toward circumstances. If we learn to rise beyond that, by detaching from the perception which is actually triggering those emotions, we recognize that nothing else but our thoughts are making us miserable. Nothing else but our thoughts. So to get our minds right means to take care of where we place our attention, take care of how well we are nurturing our energy bodies, take care of how much we are actually taking time for ourselves, how well we are caring for ourselves, that self-care, how well you nurture yourself. So you can get in that great balance where you connect yourself back to the sense of your natural state. What is your natural state? Your natural state is being universe. Your natural state is being divine. Your natural state is being light. So what is pulling us off that state are our thoughts about, observing the world, and suddenly we experience all possible emotions equal to those thoughts, and suddenly we lose ourselves in all different states of being. And then we get to the word falling back to love, falling into love, right? When we lose when we detach ourselves from all that possible overthinking, and we tap back into our natural state, we fall back into love. We fall back into love with the creation, with us, with everything. And we can, we need to experience that. That's why we meditate. That's why we go alone into nature and we connect with it. That's why we have the soulful conversations. So once we get to the place of our natural state, we suddenly see the world in a completely different light, and many of you have experienced that. Often as we are doing guided meditations here on this channel, often people experience that and they feel complete bliss. That blissful state, it's a beautiful state. But we only experience that state so we would do something with it. We don't experience that for our entertainment, right? It's not like watching a movie. We experience that state so we would do something with that energy. That's how the universe works. Once you know yourself, once you meet yourself, now it's time to express yourself. Because there's too many people which have lost themselves. It's time for you to express yourself. Your true authentic self through you, so you can wake people up in your way. And for some people, their expression will be in a form of gardening and studying and teaching the agriculture. And for other people, it will be about teaching people about energy sources and natural supplies, and how to survive with less anything or more anything, or whatever is the thing. And other people will be teaching people how to connect back with their spirit, or better said, how to use their minds and how to detach from thinking, so they become aware of the spirit. Because it's not about talking about spirit, it's about experiencing yourself as the spirit. That's self-expression. That's, every great person or great leader which came to the state of enlightenment started talking about self-expression. Buddha was talking about it, right? Alan Watts was talking about it. Lao Tzu was talking about it. Mahatma Gandhi was talking about it. Martin Luther King was talking about it. Jesus was talking about it. Everyone who comes to that state of self-enlightenment will say Now it's time to express your light. And here's the beauty, because each of us will do it uniquely. Because each of us is a unique being. So once we connect with that natural state, we start expressing the solutions in our unique way. So some will learn something about food and will start expressing it in a way to provide, more information or more solutions in a way how to bring more food to more people, or everything in all possible ways will suddenly start happening like a great puzzle. Each of us can be a piece on the puzzle, and the whole puzzle can be called a beautiful life, a web of life. Each of us is a part of that puzzle. So, my friends, don't get lost in the reaction towards what is happening, because each reaction happened because of not understanding something. We are only afraid of what we don't understand, and sometimes we don't need to understand everything. But if we don't understand something, we also don't need to react to it. Because sooner or later, you will get to a certain state of awareness where you will know what to do. Sooner or later, you will get an insight. Okay, I need to do this. Or something will happen, a synchronicity will happen, or somebody will come to you and guide you. Or you will experience what you need to know. But fear will not help you with that. So, my friends, this is it for today. I hope you've enjoyed in today's painting. And I'm sending you all lots of love, blessings, and power. Have a beautiful day, and till next time, one love.